Welcome, Rebel and REL specifically, to Iron Master and Ledeas' Birthday Bash Replays!
Woo-hoo!
Yes, sir. Both of us are having a birthday today at the time of this recording, and we decided that our egos needed to be patted on the back. Happy birthday, Iron Master.
Happy birthday to you too, Ledeas, and totally should give Ledeas credit for doing this on his birthday. It's pretty cool.
I know, and my co-host went and gave up celebratory adulthood time to come here and recap Div7.
Okay, let's start this off. Let's look at the leaderboard.
Boom, leaderboards. Bitter Sagi's holding tight reins on the top of the shelf here.
Yep, so let's look at them real quick. Going ahead of the oil miners.
Well, before we look at the team, let's check out the schedule real quick and see if there were any blowout games. Oh, I don't know. Bitter Sagi's did 4 over Chaos Colonial.
Ooh, that's a rough time. Sounds like there was a lot of removals and then a lot of elbow drops.
I'm hoping there were some passes.
That'd been cool. Let's check it out.
Okay, so a strength up Berserker, that's rather new.
Ooh.
And I think that's about it, but still, I mean, 2 Berserkers, 1 strength up, 1 murder-tastic. You got a lot of hate going on here.
Yeah, especially since that murder-tastic one's about to level up again.
I don't know off the top of my head, but do Blitzers have access to agility?
No. They only get jump up.
Gotcha. So the first doubles are dodge, most likely?
Yep, dodge, but I don't know. There could be a case for like diving tackle, I guess.
Well, I mean, with jump up, I guess that works out well, but I wouldn't do it. So he had 1 pass but 4 touchdowns. No, well, the Colonials had 2 deaths.
I think we'll get to them in a second. Check out what
yeah, 6 KOs, 5 injuries inflicted, 2 kills inflicted.
Sounds like Palm was doing work.
Yeah, Sagis were out of control that day. He is going to come up into the REL, and people are going to hate his team.
Actually, I think people are going to love his team once people get Mighty Blow, because AV7 is going to be shredded.
I don't know, man. I mean, even his Ulf runners have their block now. And if you can ever get the last 2 points on the Yeti, there's either going to be he rolls doubles and it gets block, which is big guy dream, or he's going to not roll doubles and Mighty Blow.
Yep. That's a scary one once it gets Mighty Blow. It's going to be like, I'm going to punch you, punch you, punch you.
So with 5 games, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, technically 6 games to play, Bitter Sagi's over the Sunken Crypt Lords. Let's see, that's 15-16. So he's got a 2-point lead, and then 12-15, and a 3-point over Oil Miners. So we're kind of doing our halfway path to the playoffs. Div7 has 1 playoff spot, so realistically, in my opinion, anybody from level 6 up, anybody who's got 4 wins at the beginning of this week, has a very good chance of getting in it. But the top 2, I mean, I did the recaps with Eisenmike last year on the lower divisions, and we learned, if you're in the top 2 by mid, it's a pretty good chance you're going to be in the finals.
Yeah, this is basically where you see who's the best in the division and who's making the playoffs. Typically, when you see a big lead with a 6-win and 1-loss team, it's going to be a hard comeback.
And who does he play next? Just out of curiosity. He's playing the High Elves, so High Elves are good at scoring in your face, but not too much for crowd removal, so you want to take a look at the Oil Miners?
Yeah, let's go check them out. Or do you want to look at Sunken Crypt Lords because they're second?
Oh, no, we'll do that then. Sunken Crypt Lords right there in the middle.
Which, being an undead team, they're doing pretty good.
Well,
they're up to 14 people.
Yeah, his Whites got their Mighty Blow, so they're going to be fun.
Yeah.
Got a couple.
Black Mummy.
Yeah. That's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Block Zombie. Block Ghoul.
Yeah.
Got a fresh Ghoul. Yeah, I mean, a 14-man bench. Right now 13 with the missing next game there for the 1 point shy. Oh, that's a niggled. That is a niggled Ghoul. I would fire him now. Go ahead and get it out of the way. It's going to hurt, but do it.
Yeah, I actually don't see any real reason to carry him on. I mean, sure, he's one pass away from leveling up, but the niggle's going to kill him.
Yeah.
Especially without the regen. You don't want to depend on him on the pitch.
First Mighty Blow guy that hits him and breaks his armor, he is done. He's going to constantly be kicked off the field with KOs, injuries, casualties, whatever.
Yeah. But I think that's the whole reason he got the other ghoul.
You think so? Well, let's see how many games old Limb Feeder has. Limb Feeder has
0.
None, so I guess you're correct.
Yeah. But
maybe he's going to
team
hold on.
looks solid.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Team looks solid. I still think I would like to see a skeleton somewhere in there. But
Well, he's got one.
Does he?
Yeah, and it's got the MVP.
Oh, there he is. Okay. You're right.
It's played 2
I guess
matches.
he listened to us. It's weird.
Yeah, well, if he gets a level up, dirty player unless you get something awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe he's going to leave the Ghoul there just to see what it's going to do when it comes back. Some people like to do that gamble. Need one in SPP. I'll get the level up. If he gets something great, I'll keep him. If not, he can go in the trash can.
Yeah.
And
So moving on,
Yes,
we got
sir.
the oil miners now
Yes, sir.
in the 3rd place with a record of 4-3-0, coached by Pig Sofa.
And
So he has not lost a match.
he's not. And he bought a 13th dwarf, which is that Death Roller. It's had 1 match so far. Inflicted a KO and 3 injuries. No casualties, so those were stuns, but still.
It's doing work then.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
doing.
is really weird for being a 1440 team. It's really trim for all that development in there.
Well, he is missing one of the runners right now. I mean, would you say that 1480?
Oh, he has a blitzer out. That's why it's so low looking.
Yeah, the blitzer, not runner. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If 1440, you add back the 130, he's up to 1570 again.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. I like it. I hope he gets his enhancement for his stadium soon.
Yeah. He does have a level 2 stadium, so just going to have to see how that pans out.
Somebody working hard trying to get that bounty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what his next game is. The Sunken Crypt Lords.
Ooh, that's going to be a big match.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to defeat them to get back into 2nd. And Sunken's got to hold them down. The dodging of the ghouls is going to be negated realistically by tackle on those dwarves. That's going to be a fun game to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's going to be the one to look out for, I think, this week.
The Innsmouth Lookers has come up to 4th place. I may be wrong, but I thought they had a rough start there in the beginning.
I don't think so.
Well, they had
I
a
think
win,
they
a
almost
tie.
got diced by Lords of Decay, but then they got 3 touchdowns very quickly.
Yeah, I am totally wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, they just lost to Bitter Soggies, which was a developed team.
They didn't lose to Bitter Soggies.
Oh, sorry, they actually won against them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They lost to the Sunken Crypt Lords.
That makes more sense.
So yeah, he's only got the 1 loss, 2 draws, and 4 wins. So I thought he had a rougher start, but I guess I was wrong. Maybe he just had slow development.
Oh, look at his roster. That's where you'll see it.
Yeah. He's had slower development and the loss of some Saurus, so he's playing
He's going to
well
be down 1.
playing well with what he's got.
The Agility Skink's going to be very
yeah.
nice.
That is
With Stunty, just dodge everything.
right. And I don't know. You roll doubles on that. What do you get?
Probably block.
I would go with sure hands. If he's going to be your designated ball carrier,
him being a one-turn threat a lot.
Ooh.
So maybe just catch on a normals later on.
Oh, well, yeah.
Just go down with it.
Sprint and sure feet will always help as well.
Yeah.
Well,
with that, he can probably get a bunch of pushes. So I would say sure feet should be first, then sprint.
Yeah. And any one of his Saurus can pick up grab to help with that.
Yeah, so that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of potential here, and even if he is not in the running, and you might still be Khan, you may still be in the running for a playoff, but even if you're not, you're developing yourself real well, so that next season you're going to be a threat that people are going to want to avoid.
Now, one thing I want to point out with his source is that most of them have a level, or about half of his max is going to be. So he's got that strength up that's about to level. So he's either getting injuries or just hitting things every time.
Yeah.
Probably getting the occasional 3 dice with it. 2 MVPs, 2 casualties.
He
killed
guard
somebody.
Yeah, is the guard on Saurus, is that a normal thing? I thought most people went Mighty Blow.
Guards usually needed against dwarf teams.
Gotcha.
So if he gets a bit more block on him, they're going to be super reliable, and I think he's going to need a break tackle about now. So that's my suggestion for the block source he has right now.
Well, his next game's going to see him having 3 journeyman skinks. So I personally would use them at opportune moments to do fouls.
Definitely, that's going to be one of the better things to do.
Well,
who's he up against?
Yo, that's a good point. Because if he has...
He's against elaborate death traps, so it's going to be Chaos Dwarves.
Chaos Dwarves. Yeah, he could have really stood to have a spin game. Oh, and look at elaborate death trap real quick.
Okay.
He's got healthy players. He has a level up coming on a dwarf. And most of all, he's got 270k in the bank. So there's the blocker he's missing.
Ooh.
Yeah, he had to just come off of a
yeah, I think he's had 2
admin game in a row. No, he lost to Biddy Saugers. Yeah.
So this is where you get your club and you buff up your stadium
if it needs it.
He must have rolled really high on that, but I think he had enough money to replace the blocker last week.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Before your admin team rolls over, because then they get a chance for SPP too.
Yeah, I would have done that. Let's take a look at what did get the SPP, just out of curiosity. Okay. A blocker and Dr. No.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like Dr. No having the block. I would go with a break tackle next, me personally. Yeah,
and I think Mr. Big is still going to be the ball handler once he gets sure hands and doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, well, he's only got to score once to get it.
Yep.
All right, so
break tackle after that.
What
do you think you should get on that blocker?
Oh, well, I guess if he gets doubles, he's probably going to go claws again because he's already shown that he wants that. But I would go guard because, I mean, they're dwarves. Don't you want to...
That was exactly what I was thinking.
For me personally, what little chaos I've done, I alternated between guard and mighty blow.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, when they hit level 2, they got the opposite. And I've seen the Mighty Blow dwarves do more damage to people rolling skulls against them than they ever do when I have them make a throw a block die.
That's a good point.
So the Lords of Decay are in
5th with a 4, 2, and 1.
Yeah.
Exactly the same with the Innsmouth Lookers, so they're tied for 4th.
A 14 rat bench, still healthy, still well developed. Got enough money in the bank that he can buy whatever he wants in certain games if he needs to buy a star player or needs to buy an extra bribe or something of that nature.
Yep. It's just, that's a lot of rats. And they're starting to get skills on the gutter runners now. So that's getting interesting.
He's kept the thrower, and he has block on the thrower. I gotta see for my own sake. What? 4 passes, inflicted a casualty, and it's gotten MVP. So, you know, a few more passes to those gutter runners, and he'll level up again.
Yeah. The one thing I'm seeing is that he's probably going to do the normal wrestle strip ball on 2 gutter runners, and then block and sidestep and all the other good stuff for your normal gutter runners until one pops out and gets like 2 heads, big hand, someone else silly.
Well, I mean, he's got dodge, block, sidestep. If that guy keeps carrying on, what do you get? Sure feet, then sprint, and he's 1 square away from 1 turning?
Yeah, just 1 push, and that's really easy.
Yeah, 1 push or 1 kickoff event.
Yep. Or he could just roll the fabled plus movement.
Yeah, that'll be a gift.
Yep.
So he's got a scoring threats just lying around. Let's see what your next game is. Boom, boom, boom. Lords of Decay is going to get an admin game.
Man, he's been hitting a lot of those. Because I think he got the early ones that got replaced, and then...
Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, with Fat Rat Pack stepping out, I thought he was going to be a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, me too. I thought it'd be really cool, but...
Alright, well, after the Lords of Decay is still Kill Saber's Chaos Colonials. Obviously with a little bit of death there, and going up against Half Pint Hero soon, he is probably going to have a rough road to hoe.
With a team value of 820,
and
with 3 people out, though.
2 Chaos Warriors only. And not enough money to purchase.
Well, there's 3. But
is there?
There's only going to be 1 next game.
No, sir. I'm looking at Culinary Delights. I screwed it up.
This is pretty beat up.
I screwed it up. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Move busted Chaos Warrior. Then just a
Armor busted Beastman.
niggling Private Drake. So he's got 1 Chaos Warrior for the next game. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Beastmen. So 6 of his players. That means 5 Journeymen. That's a rough day.
Yeah. I don't understand the Newt getting kick at this point. That's one thing I don't agree with. I think maybe it should have been tackle. Start healing with dodge.
I have to agree with you. Kick on a blocking Beastman. I guess the idea is, hey, he leveled it. I do need it sooner or later. I think in your case, later would have been better.
Yeah.
He's got 4 rerolls. That might not have been the best spending of your money.
I think he had a healthy team before, though.
Well, I mean, I don't play a lot of Chaos, so I may be wrong, but the general idea is 4 rerolls is a little bloat-tastic. That's what, 60? That's 60 points on his team value, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
I
only run 3, but he really doesn't want to toss it with all these rookies still.
Well, that's true too. I don't think you're going to have I don't think you're going to have a lot of hope for winning, but I do think you have the ability to be what's called well, what's that phrase? Kingmaker. Your ability to stop other people from winning is going to dictate who becomes first, second, third, etc.
Yeah.
So don't give up the fight. Trash your enemies. Keep leveling up. Keep an eye on the free agency trade. You might find some Chaos players for trade or sell.
Yeah. The one thing he's got really going for him is his Chaos Warrior with block and guard, so he's just getting assists there. But
well, I like his Beastman with the extra arms and block.
see, that's where I would have chosen Sure Hands, but block still makes sense if you want him to be able to take a hit.
Yeah, if he has to potato play from time to time.
Or just offense him.
Oh, and the last thing I would advise personally is you got 50k, save it. Your 2 Chaos Warriors are going to come back, run with 3 for a little bit, and as the Loner Beastmen level, get MVP, or do something worth a damn, hire them.
Well, you can't buy a Beastman because they're 60 a pop.
Well, he plays the next game, he's going to get at minimum 10. He's going to have 5 Beastmen in that game. If any one of them is an MVP, I would buy it.
That's true.
Because, I mean, realistically, the next 6 games for you are spin games, sir. Develop, destroy other people's dreams, live on the tears of your foes.
Yeah, so I think he's going to have to keep those injuries, though, for the moment.
Yeah.
Until he can actually rebuild to a full roster and then be able to switch out.
That 7 AV Beastman's not a death kneel, especially if you level him up and he gets Mighty Blow and then block, and I would go in that order personally. And use him as a blitzing missile. Blitz in, hit, get the heck away.
Heck, I would say just go Mighty Blow and pile on, because he's going to get replaced anyway. Why not shorten his lifespan and do some damage?
It'd be a nightmare on wheels. Let's take a look at No Name Yet then. Probably not in the running, but again, another Kingmaker, especially with Orcs. And he's got 3 level ups coming off of an admin game.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, and one of them is a Blitzer, the Blitzer who hasn't leveled. The other one's a Black Orc, always a gift. And then the Thrower. So, if you wanted Leader, now's the time to take it. If you actually want, I don't know, I guess block or accurate, I'm a Thrower, so I'm going to go accurate.
He doesn't actually have a really good receiver, is the only problem if he gets accurate, so I think it might just be Leader.
Of course, he might get doubles and go dodge and make it the designated runner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The slowest.
Orc's always got to have a ridiculous runner, or I mean thrower, so he might just get plus strength, you know?
Yeah. Armor bonus. Move bonus.
Yeah, move's huge on them because then they're actually moving up a pitch pretty quickly.
I'm interested in seeing what this the 4th Blitzer gets.
Yeah.
It might be
I really don't know what it would be.
That might be the one that gets guard. Obviously, you give up the guard for the dodge when you roll the doubles. But with 2 Mighty Blow, most of the time I see Orcs being 2 Mighty Blow and 2 guards.
Yeah.
And then his Black Orc blocker there obviously needs block.
Block, yeah. Or I could see a guard being there because
true.
Just having 4 strength and then having guard is pretty mean, but
especially if
he's reliable.
Especially if he's standing in the middle of two Orcs with block to begin with.
Yep.
So yeah, this team is going to be trashing faces, and he's got enough money if he wants to be silly to get a Goblin.
Yeah, I really see a Goblin coming in because 40k, you can do it because you actually have a bench. It'll be fun.
And now's the time to fool around with it and learn how to use them if you don't already. I know I mean,
if nothing else, your troll's going to eat them sometime or another, so you'll remove it.
And Metal likes that.
Yeah. We all like seeing things eaten. And if it happens, just save the replay and tell us to record it.
Right.
Put it up on one of these.
All right. Let's take a look at the High Elf team that's going to be playing here.
Yeah.
A sidestepping Blitzer with Blodge. That is a Pro Elf Blitzer right there.
Yeah, it is. It's very quick to develop. But his team's looking solid. He's got the AG5 lineman. It's time to get dodge, block, and do some shenanigans.
Right.
He's also got the guard linemen, which is always nice. And everything else just seems solid.
Yeah, I mean, the one catcher, maybe it's time to start feeding him some touchdowns.
I think he just bought him.
Yeah? Are you sure? Let's take a look.
I'm checking right now. Yep, he just bought him.
Good deal, good deal. Well, that, first game is a good time to start.
Yeah. I really think he should buy a second right now.
Well, oh, yeah, he can. He can. They are expensive, but he can. I don't know. That would give him 13 players. It's not a totally bad idea. Because then you can start using the no-skill lineman as fouling. But he's got
fouling, and you just want your catchers quick so they finally develop, because they're going to be useful in your team later on.
Yeah, I mean, you get 4 of them, so.
And movement 8 is really awesome.
And he has to play against someone at the top of the board. I forgot who. Bitter Soggies. He has to play Bitter Soggies. So, with that Palm guy, having a 14th or 13th or 14th player is not a bad idea. You saw what he did to the Colonials.
Yep. I think the big thing that's going to save him is that he's not going to really base too much.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that goes good for him.
Yeah, but I'm sure that palming guy isn't caring if he's basing anybody or not. He's blitzing.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So,
we looked at the elaborate death trap. Say that again?
Let's look at some of the other teams.
Yeah, we checked out the death trap, so let's take a look at the half-pint heroes.
Okay, so Pint Heroes on the first pick.
Still has the Strength 2 Hobgoblin.
He's probably been using him as a fouler.
Yeah. He's got the money to buy a new Goblin. 5 matches.
Yeah. At this point, I think I would just toss that Hobgoblin, play with that loner, and not even buy an extra.
Yeah, let a loner earn its way in, or let it get killed. Whatever.
Yeah. And mostly just because if something else dies that's big, you want to be able to do it. Wait. Do you see that Bull Centaur?
Yes, that's what I was just looking at. He jump up. I don't think it's a bad idea.
That's actually really interesting.
I think it's a weird idea. I guess it really depends on what he's going to do next.
Pile on Bull Centaur? Or
I hope so.
It could be a very silly break tackle, sure hands, run the ball even if he gets knocked down.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got a pile-on Mighty Blow blocker and another Mighty Blow blocker and then a guard blocker. So his dwarves are doing pretty good.
Now, the one thing he has to watch out for is he's AG2, so it's a 3+ to hit someone right next to you, or you're still on the floor.
No, it's agility +2, buddy. So it's a 4. All right, he's got a he's got to roll.
Yeah, so it's a 3+.
Yeah, he's got to roll 3+. So he's got 3, 4, 5, or 6, and he can do it. But the other side of the coin is if you go ahead and use your blitz, you still have all your movement. It's always a free stand-up.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying if you try to attack someone and you fail that roll, they stay on the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to watch out for that. But that's pretty cool. You're going to be super mobile if you can keep him free.
Well, I'm interested in seeing what you do next. And if you hear this, maybe pop up on Reddit or something, or reply in the video down below and give us an idea of what the plan is. Or I guess we'll just have to be like everybody else, sit back and watch.
It's going to be cool to see.
So let's take a look at Troxbird's Culinary Delights version 2, since I've already looked at version 1 like an idiot.
Yeah. He's a 940 Chaos team, which is actually kind of healthy. Kinda.
He's got an Agility 2 Beastman with Leader. I love it.
That's going to be a 4th reroll.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about it, but I just personally don't like the leader skill as much as everyone else.
What was he going to take? Dodge on his agility busted bastard?
No, he could have just skipped it and got a block or not Mighty Blow. I think Killer should be AG3.
Wait.
Probably block.
Nuffle gave him a double, and you want him to ignore Nuffle's blessings?
I've learned through experience, if you take too much dodge or too many doubles, your team will start not looking as well.
I get that. I think it's a good idea, and I would follow it up with Dirty Player.
But you need him on the pitch for the reroll, especially in the second half.
Well, that's fair, but once you use it, you know, he can go wherever you need him to go. I mean, hey, he gets kick, he gets block. I'm sure there's a lot of utility skills. Put strip ball on him.
What? But he's only AG2. How is he supposed to get to the ball carrier, man?
There are a lot of times where the ball carrier is not in a cage.
I don't know. It's a weird piece. I think either block or kick would do it well. Next.
What's going to be great is when he like rolls again and he gets well, he's got mutations. So there's things on mutations he can get that would just continue this weirdness.
Yeah. I don't know what he would get, but he would get something.
Well, he's got enough money that the 3 loner beastmen he's going to get in the next game, if any one of them does anything worth a damn, he can hire them, so that's good.
Yep.
He's got at least 1 beastman and 1 chaos warrior waiting to level, so that's vanity pass material.
Yeah, and the 2 other chaos warriors are literally at the brink. If they get an injury, he is golden.
Yep. I like it.
That's gonna be awesome.
Trox, you've come back from a pit. You had to redo your team, and your team's building up again. I think you're building an interesting team, and the fact that your guy has leader, I don't think that's a bad idea. It's not the brightest star you're ever going to have on your team, but I think it's a very unique thing that's going to make a story for you.
Now, before we move on,
Yeah.
you want to look at his last match, and you'll see that he's actually killed 3 people and only lost 1 person.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was looking at the wrong team the last time. Yeah, he killed 3 rats from the Lords of Decay.
That's the one team that really could actually use trimming, because he could just buy it back.
Wait, the Lords of Decay, they're the ones with 14 rats.
Yeah. He had a lot of money going in, I believe.
That's furry concede, David. Yeah. And he's still got a lot of money.
Yeah. He hasn't been having trouble all season. So.
All right.
But that was an interesting game.
Well, let's take a look at the Nickelodeon All-Stars, who I believe are our last human team. Not only are they humans, but they are played by a human instead of an admin game.
What?
I know, right? Yeah, they came in a few games down. We're on week 8, and they've had 5 games, so they missed 2. Not bad.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Yeah. He's developing well. I don't think he's got anything changed since the last time we looked at him.
I'm not sure if there was a wrestle lineman, but
it's not.
We may have talked about it. I still like it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. It's good. I like it. A lot of people downplay wrestle, but they don't realize is that if your opponent has a blodge piece and they're holding the ball, wrestle is your best friend.
Yeah, it is. It's just, oh, hey, look at that. You're down.
Yeah. Oh, where'd that ball go? Let's pick that up and throw it over here. He's got your 2 catchers like you like, but the catchers don't seem to have done anything. 5 matches, 2 catches, 1 block succeeded on blue. And on Chucky Finster, he's only had one match. Yeah, and didn't do anything.
Yeah. Well, he took an injury. So.
I was about to say, yeah, he did. He got knocked off out.
Yeah. Honestly, I still like it because they're huge scoring threats. They move quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they're movement 8 and they're armor 8. That is a wild thing that a lot of speedy characters don't have. A lot of speedy players don't have armor 8.
Yeah.
You compare that to the high elf catcher. The high elf catcher has an armor value of 7. He does have strength 3, but he doesn't start with dodge either.
Yeah.
And he costs 20k more.
Yeah, especially for a catcher just being 20k more than a lineman. They're pretty good pieces in mine.
2 skill and 3 movement, or 2 movement?
2 extra movement.
2 movement.
With -1 strength.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fair trade to me.
All-Stars is setting up to have a very good next season as well. If he can continue to mitigate his losses and build that development, he'll go into Division 4 and 5 being a threat.
Yeah. The only thing that I see that kind of hurts is his lineman's eating up 2 MVPs with Chase.
With what?
His lineman Chase has eaten 2 MVPs, so that's slowing down progression a bit.
So there you are, Division 7. Our recapping kind of halfway running for the playoffs. With the one spot, it does make your tactics a little different. Each coach is going to have to decide, is this what I want to fight for, or do I want to go into next season being a threat? And that was my mentality at the end of the first season I ever played. Was I wasn't worried about the playoffs. I was worried about making my team.
Yeah.
And then I went.
Yeah, for about the bottom 6 out of this, it's about probably team progression and maybe flipping the table, seeing who goes on the playoffs. So if you get an upset, it's just great, and you get publicity, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep. Well, good luck, gentlemen, and we'll see you on the pitch.
So, moving on to Division 6, though.
Division 6. I think Division 6 has lost another player, because I thought they were up to like 12 or 13 human players, and now they're down to 11.
Ooh.
Well,
let me check the schedule.
I could be wrong. I mean, there are 3 admin games coming up.
Yeah, that sounds about right, because there's 3 people that are missing it.
The Vloopadoops were the ones that dropped out.
Yeah, that was a little while ago, though.
Yeah. I'm old. I forget things.
So, anyway, let's look at the leaderboard.
Oh, this leaderboard's a headache.
Hey, the big green weenies are now in the lead.
Yep. The top 7 players are all very close to one another. So 7th place, Thick, Rich, and Creamy, has 12 points. First place has 17 points. That's the difference of 2 wins.
Yeah.
And then,
but then it just drops right after that.
Yeah, and then let's see, 6 and 5, he's got 11. So he's not so far off. But 9 and 10, yeah, that's 10 for number 9. I mean, How do you have 5 wins, 2 losses, but beat by 4 wins and 3 ties? I love it. Math.
Yeah, that's really, this is mind-boggling.
Well, let's start with the green weenies.
Yeah. Havoc, you're up at first for once.
Yay. Taking a look at the schedule from the last week just real quick. Please Don't Murder Me got 3 over the Lebowski Urban Achievers. So that's a kind of a standout game. TeamSpeak and Rebel Rousers had a 1-1 tie.
Yeah.
Had a couple of 2-0s, but I think actually... Oh yeah, Phobiacs missed a game.
Yeah, I think they had a real-life issue that they told admins about, and they couldn't make it.
So, the big green weenies. Is that's who we're looking at, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's got 230K in the bank.
He just had to concede, that's why.
Gotcha. And he's got Black Orc leveling up.
Yeah, so I think that's probably going to be another block, or probably the 2 guard coming up here, and then they're going to get block after that. He really does not have any guard to combat with dwarf teams and strength advantage.
Well,
now's the time.
And now's the time to go ahead and get that stadium enhancement you have ready for, because you've got level 2.
And a goblin.
And a goblin, because it's Iron Master's birthday and he deserves a goblin.
Yeah, especially that'll make him up to 13, and like I said, you just put the goblin off until you're ready to toss him.
You do realize you can get a goblin on your team, right?
What?
You can get a goblin on a chaos team.
What am I missing?
Brick and Farley, or whatever his name is.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Brick and Grotti.
Yep, that's a star player.
I didn't say it was easy to get them. Just said you can get them. See? Now you have something to look forward to next week.
Maybe. Depends if I get those inducements.
So, Big Green Weenie is definitely set up to with a really good chance to keep this win streak going. He's not lost yet. He has one more win than second place. And he has 2 points over third place.
It's not that much, actually.
Well, I mean, he's 2 points ahead of second, and 3 point, and no, he's 2 points ahead of third as well.
Yeah.
But he's got
so that's
so much money. That money can make a big difference. If he doesn't pick up the stadium enhancements, he can just use them to buy inducements.
He can still do a stadium enhancement pretty easy and get an inducement of his choice.
Am I wrong in saying that the 80 points of his team value is coming from the 80K over in his bank?
I believe that's 70K. No, you're right. That is 80K.
Right.
Yeah. So he's a 1,300 team with 80 of money.
So if he buys his stadium enhancement, his team value drops by 80 points. He's 1,300. Who's he facing this week? Big Green Weenies against Thick, Rich, and Creamy. And Thick, Rich, and Creamy is technically...
Jimmy Burrito.
Yes, technically at the 7th place spot, but...
He has a 1460 team.
Yeah. So that's a free wizard if you drop your team value back down. Let's take a look at Jimmy real quick. Olive Garden is not real food. There, I said it.
Ooh.
The gauntlet was thrown, sir.
I feel like he's going to die to him now.
Well, technically, Olive Garden beat him 2-1, so I guess that got answered pretty quick.
Oh, no deaths. Okay. So,
if there's any development here, I am totally missing it. The agility up ghoul is always a fun thing. He's got 2 tackle pieces. One of them's on a ghoul. That with tackle. That's great. The rackle tackle. Oh my god. Why is that not a thing? A rackle tackle ghoul.
But yeah, I think that's the new thing, and it may actually not be the new thing, but I really like it. It's what he needed.
Yeah, I mean,
great.
Jimmy, and he's got 150K in the bank. He's got his 3 rerolls. He's got a fan factor of 4. He's picked up 1 cheerleader and 1 coaching assistant. He could technically, if he ever wanted to, fire both of them and drop his team value by 20, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. He looks like he's poised that he should be more dangerous.
Yeah. He does have 1,500 bank, so he can drop a wizard on somebody.
Yep.
But he doesn't have a real killer yet with his white, and his werewolves have just gotten block and no mighty blow on him, which that's what really makes him scary.
Yeah, but mighty blow is a double.
Yes, it is.
So realistically, if what's his name, Hannibal Barker? If Hannibal Barker levels up and doesn't get something special, what would you go with?
Ooh, maybe tackle. Tackle's always solid.
See, I'm a big fan of strip ball. Because it doesn't matter if you knock him down, he's still going to drop the ball. But it is getting to that player. And you know what one thing Jimmy has done that other Necro teams doesn't seem to be able to do this season?
What's that?
Keep his flesh golems alive.
That's very true.
Both of them have 10 matches.
And they have block.
So that means he kept them through spin games, 4 of, and his 6 games here. So, good on you, Jimmy.
Yeah. I think it was 3 spin games, though.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because math tells you you're right. I like that. You want to take a look at Nightmare on Elf Street since they're 2nd place? They've kind of come up through the ranks real quick.
I think they got another concede because they just went against the Floopadoops. So we got a leveled Witch Elf of Blitzer, which is Jandis the White Witch and Ego. So That's always nice.
Yep.
Blodge, agility on a lineman. Or actually, 2 agility linemen.
Yep. And now's the time to go ahead and fill in the holes that your team has, which may not be any. You have 11 players, but you got 200.
Not enough blitzers.
Not enough blitzers?
He can buy both of them.
1,
this is the time.
2. You are absolutely correct.
And they'll send him up to a 13-man roster, and I would still be happy with it. Especially with most people with the skill on them of any type.
Well,
solid.
He would be a 14-20 team. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't, because that money would come off.
Yeah. Yeah, 60 from money.
Yeah.
So
he's at technically 1260,
right?
1460. 1460, and if you had to, you could fire one of your linemen and go back down to 1390. And 1390 in your division seems to be a pretty trim team, or not giving away a lot. I guess I was wrong, because everybody seems to be in the 1300s.
Yeah, he's not in the Troxburg division where it's all about those 900 teams.
Yeah, right. Well, me personally, I run a Dark Elf team, and I have 13 players, and I like it. But
yep.
I
would you say to ditch the block one with minus movement if he bought the blitzers?
See, that's kind of a mixed bag. Obviously, you love block, but that minus movement will cost you something down the road someday. Maybe not now, but someday. And if you do fire him, then you get rid of 90 TV instead of 70.
Yeah, it might be a really worthwhile trade-off.
Yeah, it actually, I would have to take your advice on that one, because realistically, you're going to fire one blocking lineman and pick up 2 blocking blitzers with an extra movement. Now's the time to do that if you're going to do it.
Yep. So Sunhawk, come on, man, you got to make it happen.
Yeah, just rename one of the blitzer Shredder. He got a promotion.
It's perfect.
He got a promotion. Went back to the lab. Training. Yeah, he's doing well, though. Let's take a quick look at his history.
Though I don't think he's rolled doubles yet. He's only rolled agilities. So, no Mighty Blow anywhere.
It's true.
Or guard.
Well, he's got 2 level ups coming, and the Witch Elf will be an interesting mess.
Yeah.
And third place would be?
I'm looking. Lebowski's Urban Achievers by Sherdog with a 5-0-2 record. He used to be our leader, but he's just taking losses.
Well, 3-1 against elves is not that crazy. I mean, they're elves. They're going to run around you, and speed is your enemy.
Yeah. That was one of the harder ones he was having to take.
He's got the 2 tackle pieces now. I don't know if he had them during that game or not. A Mighty Blow.
Sure.
Hey, dude, this is like the game. This is like the team you want to see.
Yeah, he's doing it right. With 2 Mighty Blows, he's really going to be wanting to blitz. Now, with the Mighty Blow Claw, or the Mighty Blow one, do not take a double unless it's jump up. Because you can make a palm easy out of that.
Yeah, and Agility 3 Chaos Warrior can jump up on a 2+ and bash anybody beside him. So people will, even if he's laying on the ground, they're not going to want to mark him because he can just get right back up and hit at you.
Yep. And then the big Lebowski, he's doing it right with taking the guard, and then he's going to get stand firm and just be the most annoying piece ever. And then tackle after that, if I'm thinking correctly.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming along, developing well. Now, I think he lost a dude between... No. He hasn't lost any of his Chaos Warriors in his games.
He's only lost 2 Beastmen.
Yeah. In fact, there's a number 2 guy, and there's the other one with number 2, Maud Lebowski.
Weird way to do it, but okay.
What's Roman numeral 2?
Well, I know, but one's number 2, numeral 2. I guess one's more modern. Anyway.
He's a nihilist. What are you going to do?
It looks pretty solid.
Yep.
So, we can move on.
I wouldn't want to be in... I wouldn't want to play him.
Nope.
The Rebel Rousers.
The human team, Dr. JBP.
I'd like to know where he got his doctorate, sir.
Yeah, man. He's got a blodge catcher now. He's still got the 2 dirty players. They haven't died yet. And blodge guard, I think it's pretty much the same from last time.
It
but
does look
solid.
that way. He had a 1-1 tie with TeamSpeak Crew 4, version 4.
Yep.
No deaths. He had a pass and a touchdown, so that's nice.
Yep.
Squiggy got the MVP, but not quite enough to get the level up. So
Yeah, I think he just leveled is the thing. So
pretty good.
it's gonna be interesting.
Now
That was a boring week for him, but I heard that was a really close match, and he almost lost it.
well, the other thing is that right now he's carrying 40 extra TV due to his money.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have any holes in his team that needs to be filled.
I could see picking up another thrower in this situation if he wants one that's a passer and one that's a person that picks it up in the fray.
He's got 13 players.
But yeah, you're right. That's just stadium dump time or
Well, he's got the two. He's got the 2 dirty players. So, who's he playing next game?
or he could just run in with it and just spend it on inducements.
Exactly. The Rebel Rousers are going up against the Vloopadoop, so he doesn't even have to worry about it this week. Get your money and keep going. Yeah, but he could he could keep it and buy like a foul each game he plays in the next 2-3 weeks, and really make those dirty players work. He could end up being a kingmaker and a threat for the first place as well.
Yeah, I want to see the ogre level up and see what he gets. So
Oh, well, of course, everybody loves ogres.
they're nice and cute.
Let's take a look at the Bretonians. The team that I kind of wanted to put my hopes on at the beginning of the season. He's got
Just a heart.
he's got the best level up for a peasant.
Oh yeah, the dirty player.
So
I like it.
What was your last game, sir? You got a 2-0 win over the... Oh, yeah, because he didn't show up. I took care of that problem real quick.
Yeah.
I would still suggest that you buy another peasant. I'm going to always suggest that you buy a peasant.
Yeah.
You
13 players with this team, it's
Yeah.
really worth it.
I mean, you got 4 knights. You put 2 or 3 blockers on the field. That's 6. Then you put the rest peasants and kick the crap out of everybody's face on the first drive. And then when the second drive comes up and you're out of your peasants, you put the other 2 blockers back in. That's me personally, but hey, I like kicking people in the face with peasants with their wooden clogs.
Yeah. I still like the blockers on the field, but I can see why you want to field more peasants.
It sounds like it's about to get rainy in your neighborhood.
It's just Florida for you.
Gotcha. The Olive Garden. Well, we saw where Jimmy Burrito wanted to talk some smack about them, and they won. Let's take a look at them.
When you hear your family, hey, Meatball got a touchdown. Don't know when it happened. Don't know if I missed it, but he got a touchdown.
Yep. The agility and... Is that Niggled? It is.
Yeah.
He's still in the game, so doing well. I don't think there's a lot of changes since the last time we looked.
No, not really. I think you may have played his game before our last recap, so.
Olive Garden, who do you have to face? Schedule. Olive Garden has to go up against Treetop Cops. Now might be the time for you to go ahead and buy a lineman.
Yeah, lineman's pretty good. Plus, for being 50K, 5339 isn't the worst stat line.
He would be 1,400, and Treetop Cops is at 1,300. And no missing players. So you'd only be giving 1,000. You'd only be giving 100,000 away in inducements.
Yep.
But you would have the ability to throw fouls, and they're woodies.
Yeah. Plus, he already has another lineman up there, so 2 fouling linemen is nice. Keep the Goblin for 1-turn touchdowns and anything really stupid. And that's about it for him.
Anything really stupid. I like it. Well, that takes care of our, top 6, because we already looked at Jimmy.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the rest of the group. TeamSpeak Crew version 4.
Yep. This guy just needs to stop tying. That's his problem.
Well, he's doing with his blockers the way I was talking about.
Yep.
His
guard, mighty blow guard.
Yeah, and his bull centaurs aren't doing a lot right now. He probably had.
Yeah, I think this is where this team's really lacking. Just if they're not getting touchdowns or MVPs, they're not doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, he had a 0-0 tie with the Valupa Dupes when they were playing.
Yep.
His only win has come off of an admin. No, he beat the Lebowskis.
Yep, that's right. He had that upset.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got wins coming. At least another one from an admin game, but he is holding all his opponents 1-1. That's pretty amazing.
It's pretty good, but it's not good for any team development or good feelings because you're just drawing every time.
Yeah, I mean you're not going to go up the board, but you're not losing either. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to go. Hey, you're defeating your opponent's dreams by giving up your own.
Yeah. The only thing I have to say is that maybe purchase a Hobgoblin and stay at the same TV. That extra money.
And I will say, screw that noise. Buy your Minotaur.
You're crazy, man.
Well, here's my reason why I think his is the best team to do it. First, he's got the money. Second, he needs something. He needs something to be the kick in the pants. And it could be a frenzied horned beast of muscle and death and destruction.
I mean, if it works, it works. But
I'm not saying it's the best idea in the world.
I just don't really see any Chaos Dwarves with them.
Well,
but maybe I'm crazy.
After him is Treetop Cops, who seems to be like either really great or really dead.
So he just got 2-0'd by the dead. No, he got a concede by the dead Roberts 4.
He got beat by the Rebel Rousers before. He tied the Elves. He took that shellacking a few weeks back from Please Don't Murder Me. His Elves are still alive. Now, fire the lineman, sir. Fire him.
Just that AV6 one. I think he can hold on to the niggle.
Yeah.
And then he's going to want to save up. Or actually, I think he can buy a catcher.
Yes.
90K, right?
I don't know, but you got 110, and there ain't nobody on that team except the Tree Man worth more than that, so...
Word answers.
Oh, word answers, but you got your...
They're 1,200.
Yeah, do it.
Same as the tree.
Do it.
Yep. Now it's time.
Now is the time.
I still love that Mighty Blow word answer, even if it has that catch, because why can't it be a ball-carrying blitzer?
That punches people in the jawbones.
Yeah.
I would get your catcher now, yeah. You're going to give up 1 point of strength for much more movement, and don't they have sprint? Yeah, I think they do.
They come with sprint, catch, and...
Dodge?
Dodge, yep. So it's a really solid piece for that money.
I like my catcher. I I actually put wrestling on him and sure feet, and then eventually I got pass block. Catchers are good for interceptions.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
Because they get 2 chances.
Yep, because the catch and then pass block lets them get in range of the interception.
Yeah, you get to move 3 squares.
Though it's not really taking skill too much.
Well, that's why it wasn't the first, it was the third.
Yeah.
But after Treetop Cops are the Voloopadoops and the Phobiacs. Well, the Voloopadoops are out, so let's take a look at the Phobiacs. With the hope that you're still going to be around, sir, that you're going to be able to make your next game. I know apparently you've had some life issues that stopped you from getting into 2 of your last 4 games. And when he did play, okay, that was an admin win. He lost against the Olive Garden, but he held them to 1. Or, I mean, he held them to 2, 2-1.
Yep, and that's where he lost his lineman and got stat bust.
But he's got the money to replace it.
So,
I mean, unless you're just not having fun, Brittle Bones.
I think he should probably toss that injured lineman and just hold on to the money.
And just run with 2...
yeah, 2 loners isn't too bad if I remember correctly on elves.
They're not, but I wouldn't toss the lineman because he has 5 SPP.
Tough call, but...
I would do the vanity pass, see what he gets as his level up. If it ain't something special...
The only reason I don't like it is because he's got another lineman that's 1 off and a blitzer that's 1 off. So he really can just use them to do a pass and just handle that way.
The truth is, neither one of us is wrong. Both of those have advantages. So yeah, this division is all real tight.
Sure, man.
They're between 1st and 5th. You're 1 win away.
That's quite insane.
Because 5th place has 13 points. 1st place has 17. I was wrong. So that's 4 points separate.
That's still not that bad.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to count. Yeah,
that's like... I think this one, I don't think we actually have a clear cut who is going to win it. Unless we did some stat analyzing, see how many people had concedes left.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to look through every scheduled game. Looking, though, is Rebel Rousers are going to get a win. Phobiacs doesn't show up. Lebowski's going to get a win. The Treetop Cops against Olive Garden. Olive Garden's a tough orc team, but what else can just outrun you when they want to? TeamSpeak's getting a win. Thick, Rich, and Creamy against the Big Green Weenies. So that's going to be a tough game. Please Don't Murder Me getting a win. I don't think we've looked at his team, so let's check that one in a moment. And then the Knights against the Dark Elves. That's pretty good. Please Don't Murder Me. High Elves. Oh.
Yep. Ooh. Well, that minus agility one's getting taken off the team.
Maybe, maybe not. He's got line duty, though.
Yeah, he's got line duty, no Apple privilege.
That's right.
And I would keep the other one. Dodge.
Well,
for now at least.
Let's take a look at the catcher being Nerves of Steel.
What?
I don't think I'd have done that.
Is he making a pro elf?
Yeah, right. I don't think I'd have done that, though.
I think that would have been perfect time for a wrestler.
Mighty Blow. It's a double.
Oh, wait, that's a double.
Yes.
That is a double.
It is a double.
Yeah, Mighty Blow would have been awesome.
That guy,
as a guard.
8 squares, pop someone in the face. Probably has enough movement to go somewhere else.
Nerves of Steel.
Nerves of Steel. Nerves of Steel. I know a lot of the administration team of and older players of Blood Bowl will tell you Nerves of Steel is a skill that you picked when you've already messed something up. I don't think I feel that way. I think Nerves of Steel is something that you can plan a strategy around. Depending on who he's
Good.
playing and how they set their team up, a high elf catcher can get past that player.
Yeah.
So the only thing they can do is mark him on the backside. He don't care. He's still going to catch. Then he can step out and score.
Yeah, or he could be used as a passer, and if he doesn't want someone to intercept, he can actually put his player on the person, then pass the ball. So the intercept roll is going to be harder if you couldn't avoid it anyway.
And there's one other option that a lot of people don't think about for Nerves of Steel. That catcher can base any thrower and have 2 shots at intercepting with a 5+.
Plus, it's no downside to it. So
that's what
cool.
I'm saying. The Nerves of Steel allows him to intercept at his best number. So if he ever agility ups, he is going to be a beast.
Yeah, it's still just. I still would have taken Mighty Blow, but he's done what he's done.
Yeah. Nerves
Hopefully
of
he
Steel.
likes it.
Nerves of Steel will win you games, but Mighty Blow will get you SPP.
That is true.
Well, Mr. Master, the Iron One. We have gone through both divisions. We have given poor and good advice to everyone. Anything else you want to say today?
Happy birthday still.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And just for the fun, because I'm an old guy and I like history, remember that today is also the day man first walked on the moon in 1969.
That's been your tribute for today, and I think we're out of here.
All right. We'll see y'all guys on the pitch.